Lesson 5-7, multiplying a polynomial by a monomial. We just reviewed in lesson 5-5 that a monomial is a single term of variables and numbers and exponents combined with multiplication. There's no addition or subtraction in a monomial. A polynomial is a collection of monomials combined with addition and subtraction. Now, when we multiply a monomial and a polynomial, we're using the property of distribution, otherwise known as the distributive property. And the distributive property tells me that if I have a term on the outside and I multiply it inside, it is equivalent. A times B plus C is equivalent to AB plus AC, or A times B minus C is equivalent to AB minus AC. And what we've done is we've brought in and distributed the A to the terms inside the parentheses. Multiplying a polynomial by a monomial uses this property. So anything that we have on the outside of the parentheses gets multiplied into the parentheses, and it gets distributed to each term inside. So for example, if I have 3 times 2x minus 4y, I'm going to take that and I'm going to do 3 times 2x and 3 times 4y. What this will give me is 3 times 2, which is 6, so 6x, and then 3 times 4, which is 12, so 6x minus 12y. If I have variables on the outside, say for example 2x times 4 minus plus 3x minus 2y, for example, I have 3 terms inside, so I distribute to each of the terms. And when I multiply this in, 2x times 4 gives me 8x. 2x times 3x, 2 times 3 is 6, and x times x is x squared. And then 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, and x times y gives me xy. Now we'll follow the rules for exponent multiplication. So if we have, for example, 3x squared times 4x to the third minus 5x squared, I'm going to do my distribution, 3x squared times 4x to the third, and 3x squared times negative 5 squared. And what I'll do is I'll multiply 3 times 4, which will give me 12. Then I need to add the exponents. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then I have 3 times negative 5, which gives me negative 15. And then I add the exponents. 2 plus 2 is 4. When we have a negative on the outside, and I distribute in, a negative times a positive will give me a negative. So negative 4 times positive 6 is negative 24. I still add the exponents. 3 plus 5 is 8. Here I have a negative times a negative, so that gives me a plus 12, x to the third y squared. Now if I have multiple variables in my term, so for example, something like this. I'm going to multiply the like parts. Now I'm distributing in and multiplying by each thing. But what will happen is 2 times 3 gives me 6. Then I do x to the third times x, which gives me x to the fourth. And I do y squared times y, which will give me y to the third. And z times z squared gives me z to the third. Plus 2 times 5 is 10. X to the third times x squared is x to the fifth. Y squared times y to the third is y to the fifth. Z times z is z squared. Minus 2 times 6 is 12. X to the third times x is x to the fourth. Y squared, there's nothing to combine it with, so we keep it. And z times z squared gives me z to the third. So this is how you multiply a polynomial by a monomial. Just be sure that you multiply whatever's on the outside times every single term on the inside. That's not